Welcome to Daytona International Speedway. It's time for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series qualifying. And it couldn't get more beautiful. And I'll tell you what, we've got some star power in this field. Look at Travis Pastrana. Frankie Muniz is back as well. How about Cletus McFarlane as well? You've heard about him, the social media star. There he is, getting ready for his first shot behind the wheel of a truck. And how about this guy? Smoke Show, he is back. Tony Stewart standing alongside Daniel Dye. Tony Stewart has not been in NASCAR since 2016 as a driver. Hasn't been in a truck in over 20 years. We can't wait to see what happens for Tony Stewart. We're so happy to have you with us on this Friday afternoon. I'm Jamie Little. This is Michael Waltrip. Touched on a little bit, Michael. We've got star power. We have rookies. We have Daytona 500 champions in the field. This is going to be fun.
And we have Ram joining us. We got
Yes,
a new
we
manufacturer in the garage area. And Jamie, every time I come here, I think I can't get more excited about what I'm going to see. It's race day in Daytona. These truckers are going to go at it hard and heavy tonight. And how do you win this race? We've seen you got to be up front all night long if you're going to survive. And that starts right now with qualifying. We're going to see how these guys handle qualifying. As a driver, you want to do everything perfect. You got to be precise with your launch, hit your shifts, and do your job. It's going to be fun to watch.
And it all starts, like you said, with qualifying. They'll race in a few hours, but what a field we have. 44 truckers trying to make it in the field. Only 36 spots. Trucks will roll next. Welcome back to Daytona. A beautiful shot there from the flag stand as we're getting ready to go green on Craftsman Truck Series qualifying. And now let's check in and say hello to Josh Sims.
Well, Jamie, off the top, you talked about this star-studded field. I mean, no bigger star than an X-Games legend in Travis Pastrana. And, you know, I'd like to know about the truck and everything, but more importantly, what keeps bringing you back? And I wonder if it's the fans, because you got the biggest group of people around you right now.
No. Honestly, I mean, NASCAR is a lot of fun. I'm not the best rear-wheel drive. I'm not the best pavement person, but I love racing. I love competition. There's no bigger field of competition. Brunt Workwear said, hey, they've been working with us on all kinds of stuff for Channel 199, bringing down a whole bunch of welders and everything to help build ramps. And I said, look, we want to go down to Daytona. I met them here at Daytona a couple years ago at the 500. And I said, we just want to bring all the employees, all the people. There's like 60 of us between Black Rifle Coffee Company, all the veterans, all the Brunt Workwear, all the Nitro Circus. I mean, everyone just wants to come down to have some fun. And I was like, hey, if me racing, it helps you guys have some fun, hell yeah, let's go. And then Cletus McFarlane, fingers crossed for him.
Well, appreciate your time, and good luck, Travis. Jamie?
Freestyle motocross, motorsports legend. He is unbelievable.
Don't you just love what Daytona does to people?
Yes.
I feel the same way Travis does. You know, I just love being here. I love being a part of this show. I love these high banks as we see Timmy Hill, the first truck out on the racetrack, making his qualifying run. When I look out across this racetrack, Jamie, it just brings back so many memories and just makes me happy to be here. I got to sit on my hands to keep from waving at people. That's how happy I am.
I love it. It's so exciting because, like you said, it attracts people. They want to be part of this exciting weekend. As we take a look at Timmy Hill, you mentioned 32 years old. He does pretty well around here.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever finished outside the top 16 in his starts here. So that means he's avoided the wrecks mostly, and that's a good part of having success here at Daytona.
Well, we mentioned there's 44 truckers here, just 36 spots. So we're going to have some unhappy and broken-hearted drivers going home. But the format for today, single truck, single lap qualifying. There it is right there. There's 2 rounds. The top 10 fastest trucks will advance to round 2, and that will decide our pole sitter for tonight's race, coming up at 7:30 Eastern right here on FS1. That is the 5 truck. Nick Lights, Tricon Garage. Tony Breidinger was behind the wheel of this truck last year. She has moved on to another team. We'll see her coming up. This is going to be one of those seats, Michael, we're going to see different faces each week behind the wheel.
This is the first time he's hit the high banks here at Daytona in any racing vehicle. So I know his eyes are wide open because this place is just so crazy. And Tony was nervous. We heard Amanda say that about that right there. He's making sure his brakes work, pulls up and stops here. Now he wants to gun it and get the best, cleanest start he can get without spinning the tires too much. I'd check that box and say he did a nice job there.
Tony Stewart, a 3-time NASCAR champion, an IndyCar champion. He's won in everything, Michael. In his mid-50s, a dad now. he comes back to the Truck Series, what is this moment like for a guy like him?
Well, we heard it yesterday with just his giddy attitude. You know, he's just happy. He's energetic. He's having a great time. And you got to remember how different this is than what he's been doing lately, running 300 miles an hour in a drag car. And now he's out here on these bank turns of Daytona in this Ram pickup truck, going to run about 175, 80 miles an hour here. But then things pick up dramatically when we throw the green flag tonight with the draft and everything you have to do to be successful to win this race tonight. And I guarantee you, he talks about whether the truck's handling properly or not and what he doesn't know because he hasn't been out in a truck in a long time. He's still thinking, I'm going to win this race, I promise you.
So Tony's the first of 5 Ram trucks. Welcome back to NASCAR for Ram. It's been 22 years to the day since the last time we had a new manufacturer come into the Truck Series. That's when Toyota came in.
And so many new faces down in that garage area because of this new manufacturer being a part of the series. You talked about 44 trucks for 36 spots. That's a lot of competitive trucks. Ram has brought more energy and more excitement to this garage area than anything we've seen in a while.
They had that series race for the seat that was exciting. You saw it on Fox and FS1. Minnie Tyrell was the winner. He's here. He's got a full-time ride in the Truck Series. Kaulig Racing doing a great job so far.
This is the smoke show. How would you like to have that reputation? Come on, baby.
That's pretty awesome.
We're going to show you something tonight.
I love it. You know, Amanda talked to him just before he rolled out, and she said he's visibly nervous because, like you said, it's all new to him.
Water temp right there. The board at a
fastest of the 3, so that's a good start.
He is. Tony Stewart to the top with a 51-51. A lot more action from Daytona. Stay with us. We welcome you back to Daytona. Truck Series qualifying ongoing. Just moments ago, Clay Greenfield, second on the board after his run with a 51-55. These boys are getting after it. And Norm Benning on track now. The wily veteran.
So fun to see his spirit, isn't it? Down in the garage area, always smiling, just so thankful to get out there and be able to mix it up with these kids.
I saw him yesterday in the garage and he said, you know, at home I've got 14 inches of snow. It's great to be back here in the truck garage. There he is.
Number 6. Got that Chevrolet humming.
It's what I love about the Truck Series. I know we always say it, Michael, but the different ages. Young to veteran, the rookies to guys like Tony Stewart, who's done it all.
Daniel Dye, who had some really strong runs a couple of years ago in the Truck Series, and now he's back driving a Ram. You mentioned Kaulig Racing. You got to appreciate the effort they've brought together to be here with 5 very competitive trucks. Tony still hasn't been bested. He's the fastest of 5, as we can see there in our pylon. See how Daniel's truck stacks up.
Truck looks really nice.
He's going to be about 3/10 off of Tony's speed, but I got to tell you, Jamie, and I believe this with my whole heart, you qualify 36 or better, you can win this race tonight. That's how crazy things are going to be.
That's what this race is. It's a big deal to get the pole, but it's not everything. You can win from last. Let's say hello for the first time to Amanda Busick. Hello, Amanda.
Hey guys, and I'm standing by with Tony Stewart as we've been covering all day yesterday and today. And Tony, I talked to you right prior to this and you were like, why am I getting so worked up on qualifying? As you digest that effort for you, what do you think?
Well, it's definitely not my effort. It's the effort of Kaulig Racing and everybody at Ram and the work that they put through the winter to get trucks down here for 5 of us to race this week. So, you know, they got a lot of trucks that are in process to get ready for the next races too, but really impressed with what Kaulig Racing and Matt and Chris and Ty Norris, everybody, just this group, from the first time I went there to just get roughly fit for the seat to where we got fit on Monday before the trucks were ready to leave to come down. It's just unbelievable to see the effort these guys have put into this, and I know there's a lot of expectations from the Ram side. So, you know, Tim Kaniskis is here and got a whole group of people down. So hopefully this goes well, but this is a fun group to race with, and it's, you know, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, Eddie Jarvis, who's been with me my entire life in NASCAR, just started laughing because it was 25 minutes before we were supposed to go qualify, and he goes, normally you'd be in bed. So he's like, what are you so amped up for? So I don't know. I'm getting older. I get a little more nervous about being on time finally. So hopefully we can stay up on the board where we're at. That'd be nice.
Hopefully you're impressed with you too.
Yeah, well, they said I can keep my job the rest of the day. We'll reevaluate after that.
I love it. 54 years old, and he's finally figuring out that it does matter to be on time. Nobody like Tony Stewart.
He's a lot of fun.
Yes, he is.
One of the greatest race car drivers in the world. I mean, he has done it all.
Greg Van Alst just went out last time by. He was 52-41, the driver from Anderson, Indiana. And we're looking at Josh Rayom in the 22. This guy takes on a lot, does a great job, runs part-time, but then he runs and owns this race team.
Yeah, and that's a full-time job, trying to put together sponsorship, trying to put together, as Tony said, giving all the credit to Colleague Racing. Building these trucks is quite difficult because you want them to be perfect. You want to tweak everything, mounting the body the way it needs to be, putting the right springs and shocks. And Josh worries about all that stuff, and that's a really admirable job that he does for this team.
Nice run for Josh Rayom. 51.75, good enough for fourth after 8 trucks. Coming up next, so glad to see this guy here. Stuart Friesen just 200 days ago, Michael. Look at this horrific crash.
I can't watch it. That's just so scary. And I mean, he was severely injured.
Shattered his pelvis, broke his leg, fractured his back. Was in the hospital for quite some time, was on a cane. We saw him at a few races last year, but he said, my goal is to be back here for Daytona. And lo and behold, Michael, he's here, doesn't even have a cane anymore. He's lost 15 pounds and said he feels great behind the wheel.
And guess what he's done this week already? Winner in the dirt car.
That's got to feel good. You race car drivers are just built different.
Well, it's all about passion and heart and the way you grow up. You know, I remember having a crash and people thinking, why would you do that again? Well, you don't know any better, you know, and you think, well, surely I won't have a crash worse than that one, you know, and that's good. That should be as bad as it could ever be. And I bet you that's what Stewart said. You know, I'm coming back because my passion, my heart for getting to race is what I'm all about.
Got to think that no matter where this ends up in qualifying today, it's a win just to be here and a celebration for the team to have him back. He's running a second truck full-time this year, and he's got John Hunter Nemechek behind the wheel for this race. So he's still to come as Friesen locks in third so far.
We talk about Tony Stewart's attitude and how much fun he's having. There's Butterbean looking at himself on TV. Looking at himself on TV. I wonder if he had any idea a year ago at this time that he'd be representing Cummins, driving a Ram, and being on TV, baby. What a great guy.
Another one of the Ram truck drivers full-time this year. Moving on up.
I'd say every truck that goes by that doesn't beat Tony Stewart, he just gets a little more giddy. He's going to have even more fun with the speed that he's got in that 25 Ram, and that's impressive for Ram. You know, bringing the new truck down here to Daytona and being able to have that kind of pace. I don't care where he winds up. He's beat some really solid trucks.
You know, Dana White was the coordinating producer of Race for the Seat, so heavy involvement with Ram, and he's supposed to be here tonight. So a lot of added pressure. They really want to perform, come out of the box swinging and say, we are back in a big way. Justin Carroll in the 90. Attempting his first Daytona start in any series. What is that like? Michael, you remember your first time showing up to Daytona?
I do. I couldn't believe it. Well, you got to remember, I came here for the first time 50 years ago, and so that was 1976, and I raced my first race here in 83. So I'd seen the track and been here and watched my brother, but man, when you go down the back straightaway for the first time and you see those banks, all you see is a wall of asphalt. It's just so intimidating and so cool, too. And I think that when you get to do that, it's just something you'll never forget.
Well, we have a few in the field that are here for the first time. Wide-eyed for sure as we take a look at Christian Eckes. Welcome back to the Truck Series. Gosh, he was a threat 2 years ago, Michael. Then he got the promotion, moved up to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. And he told me I wanted to come back here because I love knowing I have a chance to win about every race. So Bill McAnally said, yes, come on over. Different team. He's got different crew members, different truck number, but glad to have him back here.
He's raced here 5 times and has top 10'd it 3 times, Jamie, with 2 top 5s. So he obviously is a very talented racer and has been able to avoid the mess, stay out of trouble, and put up some solid finishes.
He really has. You know, going back, we had practice yesterday, and the Ram guys, Tony said, I really want to get in the draft. I just want to feel what these trucks feel like. But they said, no, we're not wrecking trucks here. Let's just make sure our trucks are good and everything's dialed in and you're comfortable. So we'll see it all go tonight, Michael. It's going to be a lot different under the lights.
This looks like a
in the green.
Solid lap. Yeah, that's the fastest so far.
To the top, Christian Eckes bumps Tony Stewart. 11 drivers so far. You're watching NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series qualifying. There's Michael McDowell. Welcome back to Speed Weeks, presented by Advent Health. Qualifying ongoing here. Christian Eckes jumped to the top of the board. 51.45. That's just over 51 seconds around this 2.5-mile oval. Let's check in again with Josh.
Well, I know it was a tough night for Corey LaJoie last night trying to make the 500, but how much can this be a reset and almost in a way salvage the weekend if you have a good performance in the truck?
I mean, I'm still sick to my stomach, but it's a new day. The sun came up, contrary to what I thought last night at about 11 o'clock. Just gutted still, but it's a new day, new opportunity with this Henderson 75 group. It's cool to go, like, you know, get the big team at RFK. It was cool to see that, but this is legitimately a family operation with Chris Carrier and Debbie Creasy Henderson to continue Charlie Henderson legacy. We got to pull some friends, pulled some money together between Alliance, Drive Away, and Bill Barr's been a longtime friend and supporter of my career. So to get those guys on this truck to make it a happen Daytona, hopefully we can leave here at Daytona on a high note, because at the moment it couldn't be worse. But that's racing, man. That's why you keep showing up and doing it.
Appreciate you as always. Good luck.
Conflicting emotions for sure.
Doesn't that just describe racing?
I mean, in his dual race, Michael, I mean, he had it all but locked up. He had his teammates around him, helping him, securing it, and then all things changed with just moments to go. And he was out. Casey Mears was in. As we take a look at Tony with an eye, Tony Breidinger mentioned she's going to be part-time this year.
I think she's going to run 8 races. Is that right, Jamie?
That's
I know
right.
She's got a pretty good schedule. Got a little debris at the end of pit road, so we're going to take a break here in the action, holding the next truck until they can get it cleaned up.
Tony in that second Rackley Ward truck. They're running 2 full-time trucks this year. So while we're under a brief hold, let's check in with Amanda.
And it is so good to see Stuart Friesen back in a truck for the first time since IRP last season. And Stuart, on behalf of all of us and the truck fans watching, it is just absolutely wonderful to see you. What kept you pushing for this moment right here?
To be back here, you know, in the Truck Series back at Daytona is pretty special. So big thanks to all our friends and fans for pulling for us. Able to get some dirt racing under my belt the last couple of weeks. So we're back to normal, just searching for a little bit of speed here in qualifying. Obviously, it won't make much of a difference where we start to how the race goes, but you know, just proud of my guys. Everybody worked really hard over the winter. Wherever it shakes out, it shakes out here. And thinking about my tire man on the dirt, Jake Hastemore, he had some health issues a couple weeks ago, so he's back home pulling for us. Everybody at Halmar International, everybody at Toyota, all our great product sponsors, and all our great Northeast mod fans. So appreciate everybody. It's good to be back.
Great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you.
Good to see him. He set those goals and certainly surpassed them.
Hopping on board here with Justin Haley. He rips down the back straightaway.
Another one of those, Michael, that we talk about coming back to the Truck Series, kind of where it all started for him. We've seen him in the O'Reilly Series and most recently in the Cup Series. This view is so fun to watch, because TV really doesn't do the banking justice.
No, it doesn't, and it's just so cool to see that big bank turn just ahead of you as you go down the front straightaway out of the tri-oval. It just looks like it's a 90-degree left, doesn't it? Because of those massive banks. You seem really focused and watching that yellow line. You want to work your truck as smoothly as you can. And if you've noticed so far, last year, guys had their hands hanging out the window and on the window net and all over the place. And NASCAR wisely said, fellas, just keep your hands on the wheel. And it's a much better look.
Drivers felt like that was a little bit of an advantage. The other night, Noah Gragson forgot about the rule, and his time was disallowed in qualifying. So you hear these crew chiefs on the radios reminding their drivers, keep your hands inside.
I would be glad to keep my hands on the wheel. That looked like a mess. Did you see him checkered flag there?
Third for Justin Haley.
I'm going to say it one last time. I'm really impressed with the speed of the Rams because, I mean, that's a brand new effort. A lot goes into putting a new truck on the racetrack. And Christian Eckes is the fastest in that Chevrolet, and Stuart Friesen's Toyota's up there in the top 5 too, but you got to really appreciate what the job they've done.
What's it been, 6 months, Michael, since we found out Ram was coming back and all the work? I mean, 5 trucks, the amount of people that it takes to make that happen for this first race. 2 of the top 3 right now, Ram. As we take a look at Spencer Boyd in the 76 from St. Louis, Missouri.
He's got 1 win in the Craftsman Truck Series, and it came at Talladega, the other drafting track. So Spencer's like, don't count me out tonight. We can get this done.
This is an opportunity race for so many. So you see the yellow line there on the left side of your screen, the scoring pylon. Just a reminder that the top 10 fastest trucks will advance to the second round. We'll have single lap qualifying once again, and that'll determine the pole for tonight's race.
A couple of top 5s here at, at Daytona as well.
And 9th for Spencer Boyd. How about Mini Tyrell? Mentioned this young man, race for the seat. It was about 15 drivers came together. Multi-series show on Fox and FS1, and that is your man. Mini Tyrell got the job done. It was like a reality show for these uber talented race car drivers, Michael. They couldn't see TV, they couldn't use their phones, no outside communication, and that means he won the seat. He's here in the 14 truck for the entire year, but he's got his hands full here, Michael. He's never done this before in a truck for the first time at Daytona.
Yeah, he's got 5 Cars Tour wins, so you know he's a competitive, fast, young racer. But like you said, Jamie, this is much different, and he's got his eyes wide open. And you know what I find interesting is Mini Tyrell, never done this before, right? He's nervous and anticipating what's going to go down. Tony Stewart, done it forever. He feels exactly the same way as Mini does.
Isn't that the truth?
Daytona just brings out so many great stories.
Mini did get to do that test a couple of weeks ago at Rockingham. Said he just turned laps as long as they would let him. Turned about 125 laps, I believe. So you see Mini Tyrell, 9th so far. Let's hear from Mr. Carson Hocevar, Josh.
Well, Jamie, Carson had some issues in practice with that truck. I'm assuming the team was able to get things fixed up. So how are you feeling about the repair job and what lays ahead for you tonight?
I'm just glad I wasn't the one repairing it. It would have been a really bad job. So I'm glad I got really talented people to work on this thing. We got a really big brands on the car or truck. IKEA, Best Buy still want to give them a good performance as their debut in the sport. IKEA's never even sponsored anything, realistically in anything. So it's humbling experience to be a part of it, let alone have it in a truck race of all things. So excited to do that with Spire and everybody. I feel good about it. Spire's won here before in a truck, and obviously before then, KBM's won a lot of them. So with Tyler on the box, maybe we'll be one spot better than yesterday.
Thanks and good luck, Carson.
Definitely like to see new sponsors coming into the sport, Michael, especially those that have never dipped their toe over here. I'm telling you, the Truck Series is where it's at right now,
That's
Michael.
Right. And if you ever want to know how much fun it is and how much people look forward to being here, replay that Travis Pastrana interview. And he brought all his sponsors and all his friends down here.
Yes,
and if you want to be a part of NASCAR, just find you a truck and be here at Daytona.
Dawson Sutton, nice job there. 51.60 is good enough for 5th.
Got his
T5, 51.60.
Michael, you just mentioned Travis Pastrana. We heard from him. He has pretty much seen it all and done it all. How about this? Jumping out of a perfectly good airplane without a parachute.
Well, you can see he can jump over anything and out of anything,
and
obviously.
Race anything. I was there the day that he pulled off the first ever double backflip on a dirt bike at the X Games. Been watching this guy a long time, Michael. He has been special since he was 12 years old. He has been on the map.
Great finish in the Daytona 500 too.
Just a couple years ago,
That's
came
right.
out for 23:11, finished 11th.
11th. Drove for Michael Waltrip Racing back in the day, and we got to be really good friends. Went and raced with Cletus at the Freedom Factory last year, and Travis got the victory racing a Crown Vic, so he's still got it. You're going to see that tonight.
I just can't believe this Nice Motorsports lineup. Travis Pastrana, Cletus McFarland, and you got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. all together. And by the way, you see the font on the sides of these trucks? That's for Greg Biffle. Lost him 2 months ago. Everybody's thinking about him down here. He meant so much to this sport, so really like to see these tributes to the Biff. Tony Stewart talking to Butterbean Queen. They're all trying to chase Christian Eckes fastest in Daytona so far. Doesn't get more gorgeous than that. A great shot of Daytona International Speedway. The ocean just out yonder, as you would say, Michael. Not a cloud in the sky, just perfect day for racing. Brian Doza in the 28 doing double duty, attempting double duty this weekend with the ARCA Menard Series race coming up tomorrow. 14th quick for Doza. And another familiar face from the ARCA Menard Series, Jason Kitzmiller in the 27.
97.
The 97.
He had a good run, top 10. 7th quick so far. Talking about other stars, what about Frankie Muniz?
Back full time this year.
Is so cool.
It really is. This place means a lot to Frankie Muniz. Saw him out there with his family, got his kids here.
We're showing you the gap between Josh Reaume, who's currently on the bubble in 10th, and the trucks that are on the track trying to crack into the top 10 to move on to the next round. You can see Frankie just a truck length behind.
Frankie Muniz lives in Scottsdale, Arizona. Still acting, that's his normal job, but now he says acting pays for his habit here of racing.
You got to have a pretty good job to pay for your habit here in racing.
Yes, you do. Muniz, 13th. Let's hear from a Daytona 500 champion. He's with Amanda.
And making his Craftsman Trucks debut here this weekend. And you just told me off camera that qualifying and driving a truck is dramatically different than driving a cup car. What sticks out to you?
I'm not even sure where to start, really. Yeah, I think for qualifying, it's just about getting up through the gears and making sure you hit your shift points with the sequential shifting we have in the cup car versus the H pattern here. Is quite a bit different, but just the steering and everything feels just a little bit slower than what our cup cars are. But I'm really looking forward to it. Everybody at Nice Motorsports, JF Electric, has given me a great truck. I enjoyed practice yesterday, made a lot of laps with my teammates, and I'll take the first half of this race trying to figure out exactly what's going on and how to draft, how to push, versus our cup cars. But we got a great opportunity. Phil Gold always, puts great race cars on the racetrack, and I guess race trucks, Silverados, and Cody Efall runs a great shop over there. So looking forward to running a few races and see if we can't get this JF Electric 45 in victory lane.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. been around a long time. Hard to believe he's never raced a truck before. As we take a look at Cletus McFarland. His breakout moment was here 1 year ago, Michael. He was running the ARCA Series.
His breakout moment running the ARCA Series was part of the story. His interview after he wiped out, he was flying around like a bald eagle, thought he was the greatest race car driver that ever lived. What a great time. That's Daytona. We've talked about it a lot. And that's Cletus, just a fun-loving guy.
He fell in love with it. People fell in love with him. And Our producer, Jake Jolivet, at the time, he said, I love this guy so much, we're going to put him in the booth with you. Came up here and had a great time, and since then we've seen him a handful of times in the ARCA Menards series.
Let that truck wander up the hill a little bit more than I would have liked to have seen in 1 and 2. You want to try to wrap that line, and you can see he's leaving a gap there. Better in 3 and 4 than he was in 1 and 2. Got really wide.
In the green still to the bubble. Josh Ryome on that bubble in 10th right now.
Wow.
Wow, second.
P2, 51-45.
Cletus, did I hear him yell from inside that truck? He's pumped.
That is a great lap.
Just in front of Travis Pastrana, his teammate. Well done. '69 here, Tyler Tomasi, attempting his first Daytona start in any series.
Pretty cool. He finished, I know this is not a great finish, 21st at Bristol. I mean, you survive Bristol. We know how tough that place is. So kid's got some talent. Gets in the right position here. Could have a good night. Got a fast truck, too. He's just barely trailing Nick Lights for that coveted 10th position.
That's a good-looking truck.
It is.
Would you call that seafoam?
Oh.
Seafoam green?
Yeah, I thought you would.
That's what it looks like. It's a pretty-looking truck.
Yeah, he's losing a little bit of pace here.
See that throttle. All throttle, no brake around this place.
That's what it's all about. Just trying to stay as straight as you can without wandering around on the racetrack.
19th for Tyler Tomasi. Plenty more drivers still to come. Look at the man. He's back, but he's in the 11 truck. Caden Honeycutt, Grant Enfinger, Tyler Ankrum coming your way from Daytona. The Great American Race returns with back-to-back champion William Byron looking for an historic three-peat. It doesn't get bigger than this. The 68th running of the Daytona 500. That's Sunday, 2:30 Eastern, with pre-race coverage starting at 12:30. That's only on Fox. And those Thunderbirds been practicing their flyover all morning long. It's a sight to behold, and so is this. Josh, who are you standing by with?
I'm standing by with Chandler Smith back in the 38 truck with Front Row. I can only imagine what it's like coming here this year as opposed to last year when you guys basically threw everything together with about a month before the season started.
Oh, this offseason's been phenomenal. It's been pretty stress-free compared to last year for sure. I felt like we definitely made some good changes on the offseason with some personnel, some moving parts and pieces. Got some new quality trucks and whatnot through the offseason, so really happy. Got this really cool bass on the side of this number 38 machine. So yesterday in practice, number 38 trophy catch Ford F-150 was pretty solid too. So did a little bit of drafting, did a little mock run as well, and had great pace in both. So just excited to be here for another year. Very blessed that the Lord's blessed me with another year to be with such a great team of all the men and women at Front Row Motorsports. They've just been working so hard on this off season, and I'm really excited to see what 2026 has in store.
And Chandler's team has been telling me they got that bass on the side of the 38 truck. They're saying it's the fastest fish in the South, Jamie.
I like it.
It's a good-looking truck.
Heartbreak for him last night. One of those, Michael, that didn't qualify for the Daytona 500. But his attitude is good. He knows that this is where he's running for a championship, and this is where his focus is.
Corey LaJoie made me sad. I mean, you could just feel how much it hurt to not be able to finish the deal last night. And I just, I'm sure Chandler had those same feelings, but he's focused on tonight.
You saw Jason White in the 2. Went just moments ago. Let's take a look back last night in the dual race. Corey LaJoie in the 99, just a ping pong ball there late.
Wow.
I mean, he ran up front, Michael, all night, surrounded by his Ford teammates, had his RFK teammates around, and I think why he's so sad, he said, this is by far the best opportunity I've ever had in the Cup Series.
Well, he's got one tonight. Another opportunity to win a race here at Daytona. Looks like he's got some pretty good pace. He's going to bump into the top 10 so far.
That Henderson Motorsports team, the little team that could. Chris Carrier does an incredible job there. basically him and a bunch of buddies, some part-timers. They put these wonderful trucks together. Last year they did cross the line first with Parker Kligerman.
And then, excuse me.
Had a problem in tech.
You're gonna have to move aside.
And they gave Corey Heim the checkers.
7th quick right there for Corey LaJoie.
Not too bad.
If my math is correct, that will lock him in. And everybody looks at me like, you can't do math. But it is correct.
Good job, Michael. As we take a look at Jake Garcia, Thor Sport driver. They've been good here in qualifying the last 6 years.
Haul it down into turn 1 and try to stay as close to that yellow line as you can. That's your job. Doing a pretty good job of it there. Best finish of 12th here at Daytona in a couple of starts.
Garcia just turned it up last year. Did a great job with this team. 2nd year with them. Tracking in the green to the bubble. Stuart Friesen on that bubble. You see that yellow cut line.
You talked about how well these Thor Sport trucks qualify. Looks like he's got a really, really fast lap going on here. I think this is the fastest so far.
Jake Garcia to the top. 51.17 is the standard. Christian Eckes bumped to 2nd. Well done by him. There it is, the truck we talked about. We saw
year.
More than anybody last year, but a different driver behind the wheel. It's Caden Honeycutt, very deserving of this ride. Special team.
Very, very talented racer is Caden. I would not be surprised at all if he isn't one of the championship chasers when we go racing this year. He's just that good.
We saw what he was able to do last year, driving for Stuart Friesen. So impressive.
You know, we were impressed with everything all year long that Corey Heim did in this 11 truck. But when he made that 7-wide pass at Phoenix to win the championship, I've never seen anything like that. It was the greatest pass ever. And he was rewarded with a championship on the other side of that.
Yes, he was. Went on to win 12 different times. And now he's running part-time in the Cup Series for 2311. Congratulations to Heim as well. He qualified for his first Daytona 500.
I think this is going to be another fastest lap for this 11. Ooh, down into the 52nd
and again,
bracket.
Yes, to the top for Caden Honeycutt. Shout out to Scott Zipadelli, crew chief. Broke his leg last weekend, Michael. Had surgery on Wednesday. Of all times, right? You have to miss the Daytona race, kickoff to the season. Talk to him, though. Yeah, he's hoping to be back next week.
Thinking about you, Scott. This obviously your team's done a great job with your direction, building another fast truck. Fastest so far here in Daytona as Carson Hocevar comes to the green flag in a truck that blew the transmission out yesterday. Had to do some work repairing it.
Sounded pretty dramatic when we heard from him afterwards. Well done by the team to get that done. He's got a busy schedule this weekend, Michael. He's attempting triple duty. That's where you want to be, right? Driving something at all times. The more, the merrier.
And he'll go up to Wisconsin and Michigan and run late model cars on off weekends and during the week sometimes. So this kid just tries to race all he can.
Look at that. In the green, currently first.
Yeah, we've switched over to now where we're tracking off of the pole sitter. And this 77 truck is faster right now than Caden Honeycutt. It's really close. Oh, Caden's coming back. I love the ghost truck. It's going to lose out, though. Carson Hocevar
to the top. Getting faster and faster as we tick down here. 27 trucks have gone so far. 44 are here. Stacked field. Taylor Gray, haven't seen him since 2024 in the series. I think he'll do a handful of races this year for Tricon Garage. He's running full time. for Gibbs over in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. 20 years old, racing against his big brother, Tanner.
Now we're tracking to the bubble. Corey LaJoie currently 10th. And you can see Gray is just a half a truck length ahead. Remember that big gap we saw when Honeycutt and Hocevar went to the 10th place truck, that we kind of figured by doing the math they were going to be on the pole or right up there near the front row. And now you're seeing Gray just edging out LaJoie for the 10th spot. So look how tight that is. You know, as a driver, Jamie, you just look at that tack. You know what it did in practice, and you look at your tachometer. If just give me just 50 RPM. Give me anything more than what I saw before, and I'll know I'm going faster.
Taylor Gray, 7th. One of the 5 Tricon Garage trucks. But Tony Stewart up there hanging on to a top 10 so far, 8th.
Along with Justin Haley and his Ram in 9th.
And Cletus and Pastrana still hanging tough. So take a look at the 17. This was the Rookie of the Year last year, Gio Ruggiero. 2nd here in his truck debut. And then he went on to win at Talladega. I think he knows how to get around on these drafting style tracks.
He was flawless at Talladega. He did everything exactly right, put himself in a position all day long to win that race, and I was really impressed. Carson Hocevar currently on the top of the board. You can see Gio's tracing right there with him. This will probably be top 5 so far with that little bit of a gap between he and Hocevar. Got a Chevy and a Toyota currently 1st and 2nd, and a Ford 3rd. Isn't that crazy how that works?
It really is. And Ram, so Tony Stewart, Justin Haley.
You know, though.
See Hocevar pulling away on that ghost truck.
You know, though, if you're Gio Ruggiero as he slots in 4th, that truck's plenty fast enough to win this race tonight, and he has the ability and the knowledge and the experience has shown it's going to take to do just that. So he'll say, we're in a good spot, y'all.
Well, I feel like that was their MO last year, Michael. They didn't always qualify great, but when it came to race time, you always saw them up front. Grant Enfinger, 41-year-old out of Fairhope, Alabama.
Fairhope, Alabama. This is one cool cat right here. Grant Enfinger's the veteran of the series, as you mentioned. Just loves what he gets to do. Talking with him in the garage yesterday and talking about what a wonderful off-season he had with his family. And now back behind the wheel. And we're comparing to Justin Haley, who's in 10th, and you can see he's just slightly ahead.
Grant Enfinger, one of 2 former winners here at Daytona in the field, one in 2020. 3rd year with CR7 Motorsports.
Working his way off turn 4. Solid lap here for that truck.
Still in the green.
By a lot. He could be top 5. Yeah, 3rd. Great job.
Grant Enfinger picking up the pace. So Tony Stewart now on the bubble. Once again, the top 10 will move on to the 2nd round. They'll each run another lap, duke it out for the pole.
Chris Wright from Pennsylvania getting a chance to run in a very, very fast truck here.
Seeing Chris jump around different series, Arc Menard series, O'Reilly, full time here.
Yeah, I'm glad he's full time. First time he's been able to do just that.
And with a great team, McAnally, Hilgeman Racing, some great teammates.
Got his best career finish at Talladega last fall, 11th. So he's he'll take that experience that he gained there and try to apply it tonight.
You see him compared to Tony Stewart.
Tony's holding him off.
The technology is so interesting. I love that we have the ability to see the different lines, see where people made up time, where they lost time. And it gets much more detailed with these teams and the technology they have to see what they're doing right and wrong, where they can be faster.
I was chatting with Connor Zilic, future NASCAR superstar, and I said, how much does simulation help you at Daytona? He said, it doesn't. This is a different animal. You know, this is all about how the air moves you and how you can draft up. Look at Tony.
This is a new Tony Stewart.
Well, that's beautiful right there.
Fatherhood looks good on him. His young son, Dom, his wife, Leah, is down there with them. Look at his checkered flag pants.
That's what it's all about. Family, racing, friends.
Daniel Hemrick.
Napa know-how.
It's funny, when Eckes moved up out of this number and with this team, Daniel Hemrick came in, and yesterday they were in the garage just kind of laughing like, we didn't expect Christian to come back, and now they're teammates. And it's a great group over there. Saw Bill McAnally yesterday waiting to get our coffee up the street, and he's always smiling. I mean, this guy just loves racing, puts some fast trucks out there. C2, the bubble, tracking in the red right now for Daniel Hemrick.
Daniel Hemrick wins, you can expect a backflip off his truck. He's got skills.
We got to see that.
Martinsville. I'd seen him before on the golf course. We played in a little tournament together, and Daniel won it, and he just stood flat on the ground and did one. Can you imagine that?
That's incredible.
Uh-oh. He's not going to be backflipping over that. Tony's hanging on to the bubble.
Hemrick 22nd.
Full time in this 19 ride. For that team, originally based in California.
Tyler Ankrum. Next up, there he is. Made it to the championship 4 last year. And by the way, we're not going to say that anymore, Michael.
No.
Going back to the chase format.
Chasing for a championship. I like it.
10 drivers, 7 races still. But all the points matter. No playoff rounds, no win and you're in.
He's a farmer from Statesville, living in Statesville, North Carolina. And when you see him in the garage area with his boots and blue jeans on, there's no doubt that he's a farmer.
You were talking about his cows yesterday and how they handled the snow in North Carolina.
He said that they look funny having all that snow on them, but they seem to handle it okay.
Look how close this is for the bubble. He's tracking in the green. Is he going to be the guy that knocks Tony Stewart out of the top 10?
Yeah, he just keeps gaining. Gaining.
By a 10th right now.
Going to get it done. Maybe even bump up a little bit further as he drives off turn 4 with some good speed.
Comes across the start-finish line.
He'll go 6 quick.
And that knocks Tony Stewart out. Well, he hung in there in the top 10 for quite some time. They'll get ready now, go back to the garage, and be ready to race tonight, coming up at 7:30. Welcome back to Truck Series qualifying. Now, this is a fun conversation right here. Travis Pastrana, Carson Hocevar, Cletus McFarland.
Well, I think it's fun because they all look like they're the same height, but they're just a lot higher than everybody else.
There are some tall guys. How about that?
Yeah.
Ripping the sleeves off. You know who that reminds me of?
The Biff.
Yes.
The Biff.
He's been rocking the no sleeves.
And that's Cletus's deal. And they're out. I was listening to them, and they were talking about what I said earlier when Cletus when he went down into turn 1, he let it drift up a little higher than he wanted to. And he said he just tried to give it, you didn't want to bend it down too much and bind it up, and he just let it wander more than he wanted to.
Well, right now, they're still in the top 10, so waiting it out to see if they get another shot at it. But we've got some fast trucks coming up, Michael, as we ride on board with Chandler Smith here.
We're comparing to the 10th place truck right there of Taylor Gray. Those two, that's just too close to call. A little bit of momentum. I like that. When you go down the back straightaway and you're gaining, that means your temperatures have come to the right number and things are starting to work in your truck better than they were when you started. I like that momentum of gain, and he's going to bump Taylor Gray out.
Nice job for Chandler Smith. 7th for him. This one's for you, Mom.
Oh.
That's nice. It's Valentine's Day tomorrow, by the way. So happy Valentine's Day to all you couples out there. Juxtaposition, it's Friday the 13th, Michael.
How about that?
Racing under the lights.
I think in Italy, 13's a lucky number. So it's going to be somebody's lucky number tonight. I can promise you that.
Cole Butcher's number 13 in this series. Haven't seen him go quite yet as we take a look at Lane Riggs.
One of our championship favorites this season. What a talented young racer he is, and he's on the short list of who you're going to have to beat if you want to be champion in 2026.
A 3-time winner last year. They came on strong. So often, Michael, he was the one driver that looked like he could stop. Looked like he could. He did a few times.
He could at least keep up with him.
With Corey Heim.
Corey Heim. That
was tough.
An amazing season.
He was a thorn in everyone's side, wasn't he?
I think you just get more and more motivated to try to figure out how to beat him. Jamie, we talked about it. 2021, his first race, he's in a position late to win Darlington. And we're like, wow, this kid's special.
Yeah, impressive, no doubt. Strana hangs on. He is the bubble boy now. There's the 13 truck. Lucky number 13 for Cole Butcher. We saw him in a few races last year for Friesen in his second truck and picked up this ride with ThorSport. Great truck opportunity here.
Nice young man. Chatted with him the other day after the Rockingham test and what he learned there and how he thought the team performed, and he was very happy, very optimistic.
I don't know what happened with Lane Riggs there.
Yeah, all the way back to 29th.
Had to look on another screen to see where he ended up, but yeah, 29th.
But as I told you,
it does not matter.
he could still win this race. Now, I also tell you, Jamie, I'd rather be first. I'd like to have that power, that speed under my hood, but you got to position yourself. You just got to be, a little fortunate, but sometimes you make your own luck, and that's what a fast truck will help you do. Butcher's hanging right there with Pastrana, but looks like Travis is going to be able to hang on to the 10th spot.
A little over a 10th off for Cole Butcher as he crosses the start-finish line here. Butcher's 18th. 51.5 seconds to get around this place.
Hey, am I on 10th or no?
You're still on the bubble, Trav. This guy's just loving it. Michael McDowell, Daytona 500 winner from 2021. He ran the truck race here last year, Michael, and he hadn't been in a truck in years. He said, man, these things are different. But he obviously had a good time. He's back for more.
Yeah, he loves these big tracks, and it's really cool to get a chance to get in a truck that you know can win and go out there and show people what you're made of.
I remember when McDowell came on the scene driving for you.
Yeah. You remember that little accident he had down in Texas?
A little accident. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, that was crazy.
We were across the street at the hotel we stayed at, and you heard it. It sounded like a bomb dropped, and it was Michael McDowell. We thought for sure something major had happened, and he was okay.
He was fine.
Testament to that place and the race cars you guys built, Michael.
Look at this truck. I talked about the speed.
Yeah.
He's going to hop right up there with the 7 is going to go up there with the 77.
Teammate on top, Carson Hocevar, and he bumps him.
There it is.
See where you're at, water temp. Remember your switches.
And it knocked Travis Pastrana out.
Look at him. He's just going to wander off. Bye, y'all. It's been fun being a part of the party.
Where was that? I got drug tested. Yeah.
Well, you got to do the real stuff. You got to go get drug tested. Those are all the things these race car drivers have to do.
Physicals. Make sure you're ready to go.
The weigh-ins yesterday.
Butterbean.
Here he is. I saw there's a Waffle House right down the street from here, Michael. Saw 8 times last year in the ARCA Menards series. He gets that win. He takes the trophy with his buddies and his family to Waffle House. Still think that's a missed opportunity for them.
You could see there's where Cletus went high, we talked about earlier, and he went in high into turn one. Had to hurt a little bit, but the momentum that he gained from the exit, it looked like, compared to Butterbean, wasn't that big of a price to pay.
So Cletus McFarland, he is on the bubble in 10th. That's what you see there.
I don't think that'll cut it, though. There's some really fast trucks left.
44 trucks. We haven't had a field that size in quite some time. That many drivers trying to make it to our 36 truck roster tonight. And Queen, you see 19th there.
Survived that one.
Survived another one.
Come on, baby. How many more?
It feels like they're sitting on the pole right now. The intensity. Tanner Gray, his turn next. Let's check in and hear from Cletus. How's he feeling there, Amanda?
Well, I think he's trying to hope that he holds on to this 10th spot now, but some big names coming at you. Who are you looking at?
I guess Majeski would probably be one to knock me down. He's still out there. There's 5 more trucks, I think. So I just hope I can stay top 10 right now.
What has this week been like for you, Cletus?
I'm absolutely living the dream. I literally am living the dream. I'm having so much fun to pull in and be second on the board just even for a few minutes. Literally the greatest feeling ever. I mean, I just couldn't write a better script. I'm having a blast.
I think we're all on bald eagle watch out here.
That's right. You got to watch these bald eagles turn left into turn 1 down there. I'm pumped. I want to go again, so I'm trying to stay top 10 here.
All right, well, we're keeping watch on this. It looks like Tanner Gray is coming at you, but the fun that you're having in this series, what do you make of the entry list tonight?
Entry list is sick. I mean, I just can't believe it. I'm still kind of speechless, you know. Let's see if am I still on?
Nope.
Am I still on? Oh, I don't think I am. Oh, dang it.
Describe the hurt.
My heart is broken, but it'll be healed before the race starts.
We'll see you tonight.
Over 5 million followers between YouTube and his social media, and you know they're all going to be tuned in here, wanting to know what Cletus is doing. How much fun is that?
And you know what I love? None of that is fake.
Right.
That's who he is. And when the cameras aren't rolling, which isn't very often, by the way, yeah. But when they're not rolling, he's that same fun-loving, kind, sweet man.
Well, you went down and raced with them, those Crown Victorias. You guys get after it.
He spun me out once. He said it was my fault. I said, you are a racer, aren't you?
So Cletus will go back to the garage, get ready for tonight.
Ben Rhodes.
This is surprising, our pole sitter from last year.
Yeah, his teammate, Jake Garcia's up in the 6th position. I think maybe there would be more speed in the 99, but it just doesn't seem to be there. But Jamie, we're talking 1/10 of a second, you know, and the draft is worth 2 seconds. So it's made up quickly. He'll go 25th out of the 40 trucks that have gone.
So Eckes, he watches on. Hangs on to 10th right now. Michael McDowell, the fastest. Carson Hocevar, Caden Honeycutt. Tanner Gray did a really nice job there in 4th. And Grant Enfinger, top 5.
Look at there. 2023 Daytona 500 winner.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. making his Craftsman Truck Series debut.
Maybe one of the best NASCAR driver/golfers. Ricky's got a very good golf swing. Hits it from the left side of the ball and can really move it.
I was listening to the conversation on pit road during qualifying for the Daytona 500. Cletus was out there just absorbing all that he could, but he walked up to Ricky and he's like, I've been wanting to talk to you. We're teammates for this truck thing and I need all your input. And Ricky said, you know, I've never raced a truck before, but I'll help you. I'll get you there.
Well, just the difference between a cup car these days and a truck is it's just 180 degrees different. You just have to do so many things. And Ricky touched on it when we interviewed him earlier, between the sequential shifting and the H pattern, and then the steering mostly. You know, you turn a cup car just so little because they're so precise and so quick. And these things do feel like a truck when you get down in the corner and you're turning on them.
Ricky Stenhouse, 27th after his lap. So Eckes hangs on to the bubble. Once again, the top 10 will advance to the second round.
Matt Crafton, right?
Nope,
Nope.
not this year.
How many years was it with
It's
Matt?
forever.
Yeah, 25 or so.
Matt Crafton has been a staple in this sport with this sponsor, with this team, with this number. So Ty Majeski basically just took his team, changed the number, sponsor, moved things around a little bit. But he said it's such an honor to get this number and to take it over.
Yeah, Matt should be so proud of what he was able to do behind the wheel of this truck. And I know Ty winning would make him proud as well to be able to see that truck continue on with the kind of success that Matt had in it.
I think that change is going to take people a little bit of time.
Looks like he's got a fast.
Yes, he does.
Number 88. That's going to be up there in the top 5 or so, maybe even better.
3/10 faster than the bubble. Coming out of turn 4. That truck is beautiful. It's so easy to see on track. And it's easy to find Ty in the garage, by the way, in that bright yellow fire suit.
Yeah.
Ty Majeski, well done to the top. Christian Eckes gets bumped out. Now it's Chandler Smith on the bubble. Nice work. 50.9 seconds.
John Hunter Nemechek joining us in this 62 truck for Halmar Friesen, Stuart Friesen's team.
John Hunter flew with the Thunderbirds yesterday, Michael, and he went wake skating in Lake Lloyd with Travis Pastrana the other day. He's had a fun week.
Very energetic young man. Adventurous too, obviously.
He works hard at his craft. He did a great job last night, by the way, in his duel. Qualified really well for the Daytona 500.
Well, he's got a truck here that I think he can compete for that 10th spot, really close at least.
Qualified 11th for the Daytona 500. You'll see on Fox coming up on Sunday. Looking forward to that.
Going to come up a little bit short of the top 10 here.
So John Hunter Nemechek crosses start-finish line. 19th for Nemechek. Oh, he hangs on. One truck to go.
It always sucks when it comes down to the last one.
44 for Nice Motorsports. Andres has quite a lineup of teammates. Big personalities.
He's got a great attitude too, and a great personality.
He does.
I'm in the garage area yesterday afternoon. I was wandering around, and he's just all smiles, looking forward to getting after it here at Daytona.
He spent the last month and a half in Mexico with his family. In the red to the bubble right now. So far, Chandler Smith is looking safe.
Doing a nice job with his line. You could see him right down there on the bottom off turn 2. Truck bouncing along. These things aren't exactly the smoothest ride that you've ever felt, because tight and bound, pulled down means speed. You want as much of that as you can get. So they're not looking for a comfortable ride. They're looking for a fast ride.
Hitting about 173 miles per hour around this place.
Remember yesterday, Tony Stewart said it doesn't drive like a Cadillac for sure, but I guess I can hang on to it.
He said it was actually different than he anticipated. Andres Perez.
28th.
Well done. Ty Majeski, the fastest man in Daytona. They're going to line him up. We'll run the top 10 all over again, see if Ty can hang on for the pole.
What do you think of the culture of Daytona and this race and this racetrack and what you've seen? You're already smiling.
I mean, I love Daytona, all right? Sleeves off, Florida sun. I just don't think there's anything better. I love it. I absolutely love Daytona. Coming over here, it's one of the most exciting feelings, like knowing I'm going to be inside Daytona Speedway for a few days. Nothing like it. Couldn't be happier.
That's Kevin Harvick's happy hour. That was actually live yesterday right here at Daytona International Speedway. Had a great crowd out there. You can check that out every Tuesday and Thursday. They talk to celebrities, Michael, everybody that's a who's who in the racing world. It's a great pod. All right, let's take a look who advances to the second round for Craftsman Truck Series qualifying. Look at that packed infield.
It's so beautiful. Just
Sold out Daytona 500.
Lake Lloyd out there in the middle.
Here they are. Ty Majeski, the fastest. How about the top three? Faster than the pole last year with Ben Rhodes. We'll step aside. They're getting them ready. We'll drop the green flag for the second round of qualifying from Daytona.
This afternoon, action from Daytona continues as the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series takes to the track for the first time with practice at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on the CW app.
So much action still to come as we take a look at who failed to qualify. 7 truckers will go home. Hate it for them. Big opportunity, but this is the place to be, Michael. Time now for the second round of Truck Series qualifying. Chandler Smith first up. He was 10th quickest in that first round.
There's that fish. See it?
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
They said it was the fastest fish in Daytona.
It might be the biggest fish in Daytona. Chandler will be a threat all year long.
Joined the team so late last year, you know, going into Daytona, they'd only had about a month and a half together. Got 2 wins.
Picked it up about a 10th. I was really curious. I expect that everybody will pick up a little bit by the time you get your grease in your hubs and all the transmission fluids and everything warmed up, rear end gear. The truck ought to just perform a little bit better during this run.
See what Tyler Ankrum has. Big win at Rockingham last year. Made our series return to that famed track. Big moment for him.
A lot of these teams were down at Rockingham earlier this week. Testing, getting ready for the season.
In green to first. His time that first round of 51:33.
That's textbook line there. He just did a perfect job holding that thing down on the bottom of the racetrack. It's a good view there as you can see the thing buffeting around, just the shocks holding that left front corner down as it goes down that back straightaway. And then he'll try to keep it as low as he can. And that's a delicate balance, Jamie, because if you scrub your nose on that line and the change from the banking to the flat apron is right in the middle of those yellow lines, so you can't get too low, but he's got it going on.
Green all the way to the top for Tyler Ankrum.
That's a 10th and a half pickup there for Tyler.
51-17, 2/10 pickup. Good job, boys.
Roughly 2/10, but closer to a 10th and a half.
It's a little breezy out there. Lower,
yeah.
Looks like from turn 3 to turn 1.
That can have an effect too if you catch the wind just right, for sure. Things are so tight, you know, and these things are tuned so well. You get a little bit of a bump in the back from the air, it's going to help that lap time.
Gio Ruggiero, the 19-year-old from Seekonk, Massachusetts. Jeff Stankiewicz, his crew chief. It's a good pairing.
Yeah, it is. Look for a lot of performance out of this duo this season. JBL on the side of that 17. Bet your brother Daryl's at home watching. He loved that number 17.
Really nice effort for this Tricon Garage team. We talked about it's not their MO to come out and go for the pole necessarily.
You can see that big pickup from Ankrum's truck is going to leap him ahead of Ruggiero, who beat him in the first round. They basically run the same lap time in the first round, and this time the pickup from Ankrum is going to be about a 10th and a half, and Ruggiero wasn't able to pick up that much.
So Tyler Ankrum stays on top. 7 truckers to go.
It's going to go by pretty quickly.
Jake Garcia in the 98 for Thor Sport.
I just want to reiterate, Jamie, if you're in this race, you can win this race. You look at the list of trucks that are going to race tonight. Wow. We could see anyone from the 37th starting position to the 1st go out and get it done.
He came oh so close to getting that first career win at Rockingham last year. Michael finished 2nd. He's an intense young man.
He is that.
Look at him all over the 18. It's by a nose.
Qualifying at Daytona is, I liken it to how I like my tacos. You know, qualifying is mild. But tonight, the race is going to be spicy. Spicy hot.
Michael, I didn't know where you were going with that. I'm never really sure where you're going.
I've heard that before. Look at that pickup that we saw from Ankrum. He's going to clip another truck off. Great job by that team.
Jake Garcia, 51.26, 2nd. Grant Enfinger.
Grant County Mulch, Champion Power Equipment, 2 great sponsors for this guy.
One of 2 former winners here in the Truck Series at Daytona. Last year they were a little bit off from what we come to expect from him in CR7 Motorsports.
I think they're back.
We expect them to find victory lane at least once a season.
I think I'm going to put up on my X the top 10 from 2026 when we get ready to go chase for a championship and see how close we can get.
We should do that.
I challenge you. You do it as well.
Okay.
And we'll.
Is it before the race or after?
Before.
Okay.
Look at this tight race.
Oh my gosh, it's like one
Looks like
truck
one
out
truck.
there.
You're right. That's what I was thinking.
So close. Grant Enfinger trying to take it from Tyler Ankrum. This is unbelievable.
Enfinger had 0.2 of a second on Ankrum in that first round, but
He's got
Tyler
the edge by a few feet.
Tyler
on the
erased that.
231.
Yeah.
He takes it to the top.
Enfinger.
51.16.
5 trucks still to go.
51.16. C1 currently.
Tanner Gray up next. 51.03 was his fast time in the first round, 176.3 miles per hour.
That would do the trick for now, Jamie, if he could just repeat. I say he does better than that. See the speed bumping up over 177 miles an hour, 8,000 RPM. I love how we're able to
That's wild.
Fox get inside of that truck and figure out what the engine's doing. We can also see with their ghost trucks how tight everything is. I love technology. I love what we're doing here.
Tanner was another one that came oh so close to getting that first win. 2nd at Pocono. He's in the green still. Can he hang on to it? Pulling away a little bit from Grant Enfinger.
Got 6 trucks that have run in this final round. We got a Toyota first now with Tanner Gray clipping Grant Enfinger. A couple Chevys, a couple Toyotas, and a couple Fords. A lot of parity.
That's right. We're inverted here on the orders, so the fastest truck from the first round will go last here. As we take a look at Caden Honeycutt, I think this is going to take a little getting used to as well, Michael. This truck looks exactly like it did all season long with Corey Heim behind the wheel. But Caden Honeycutt is up for the challenge.
He proved to us last season from the word go that he has the ability to drive one of these trucks to victory lane. Just a very talented racer.
impressive what he was able to do. Technically drove for 3 different teams last year and made it to the championship 4, and that got a lot of people's attention. And I think Tricon said, that's our man.
That's our man.
Toyota liked what they saw. Tracking 4th here.
Losing a little ground off of turn 4 to Tanner Gray. That's when you just push in the clutch, shut down the engine, and say, guys, we can win this race. Good job putting us in the top 10 as Caden goes 4th of the 7 trucks so far. 3 trucks remaining.
Carson Hocevar. Saw him down there giving some pointers to Cletus McFarland and Travis Pastrana. We know this young man's fast.
He is that. He's going to be tough to beat tonight, and I think one of my picks to win the Daytona 500.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said that before last night, too. I was doing a radio interview and said put Ryan Preece with the momentum that he had from the Clash and Carson Hocevar with his aggressive style. Put those two as one of the ones that would be one of my favorites to win the race.
Kyle Busch, I think, is who I'm going with right now. Not just because he's on the pole, but I just feel like after 20, will be his 21st try, trying to win it for the first time. What a great story that would be for old Rowdy Busch. Carson Hocevar, so close. 5-time winner in the Truck Series. Trying to take the pole today.
His day yesterday.
Look at that.
Yeah, no,
red,
it's
green,
tight.
red, green.
His day yesterday didn't start very well. They had a mechanical issue, but it looks like they've got that thing tuned up now.
New sponsor on board. Things are looking up. Spire Motorsports 2nd for Hocevar. 2 trucks remain. Hocevar's teammate, Michael McDowell.
Hocevar a little slower than the first round. See what McDowell can do. The guys take that high lane, that high road, all the way around, coming to get the green, just trying to make the track as long as they can in order to build up as much speed as they can, and then dive down to the white line, yellow line, and hold that truck as low as it feels comfortable to them.
Love to hear it from a driver's perspective, Michael, because it's so easy to just watch it and they make it look so easy, but there's skill.
Well, and I think we go back again to Tony Stewart's interview about how intense it is.
Right.
You know, and I talked about qualifying mild. It is, you're by yourself, but it's intense for the driver because he wants to do as perfect of a job as he can to give the team that worked so hard on this truck all winter the best result that the truck can get.
Michael, he's looking good. McDowell comes out of 4 in the green. Pulling away from Tanner Gray. And to the top, McDowell goes. A 50.93, Tanner Gray 2nd, and our final truck coming up, the 88 of Ty Majeski.
That lap of Michael McDowell is 1/100th of a second faster than what Majeski ran in the first round. So if Majeski picks up anything, he's going to be our pole sitter.
You see it there, a 2-time Daytona truck pole winner. He knows the art of a fast lap around here.
The racer in me, the driver in me, Jamie, I watch that tachometer that we have there in our telemetry and just see how, can we get it up just any more? And as he goes into turn 1, it got up to 8,100. It's going to lose a little bit of momentum on the RPM in the corners because you're binding the truck up, and then you aim it down this back straightaway. And this is when the driver is just hoping to see a little bit more RPM, but you talked about the wind. You can see he just can't quite push up because the wind is hitting him, and you feel that.
See him maxed out there, 7,800 RPM, 172 miles per hour. Thor Sport Racing has won 4 of the last 5 poles here. Can Ty Majeski get it done? Tracking in the green to the start-finish line, and he does it. Ty Majeski is on pole for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race coming up tonight. His third pole here at Daytona. Well, if Matt Crafton is watching, he's got to have a smile on his face. That big smile right there by that man on the left, Ty Majeski. Wiley veteran Michael McDowell starting outside front row. Looking forward to tonight, Michael. Coming up at 7:30 on FS1. Who do you like?
Wow. I'm glad you asked me that, Jamie.
It's a tough top 10 right there.
I'm going to go with Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Okay.
Daytona 500 champion. I know he's starting in the 30th position. I'm taking him just to prove my point. You can win from anywhere, and I think Ricky's got everything he needs to be able to win tonight.
See him right there in row 15. Ben Rhodes, surprising there, but like you said, he'll find a way to get to the front. Daniel Dye, Frankie Muniz, Lane Riggs back in 34th, but I can guarantee he will not stay there. And Minnie Tyrell. Ram using their OEM provisional, so that will be the 37th and final spot for tonight's race. Practice for the Cup Series coming up next at 5:30 right here on FS1. Truck race tonight, 7:30. Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick will join me right here in the booth. We're looking forward to it, but coming up next right here, first things first, Nick Wright and the boys are on the infield. Got plenty of racing action and lots of talk coming your way. We'll see you tonight.